In the last class, we have started the load frequency control, two areas. The two area control, the main important and interesting component is tie line control. So let us go for the tie line only, in which we have area 1 and area 2, both are connected with the help of tie line. It is AC tie. And the tie line power is P tie equal to P12, which is equal to the product of voltages over reactance offered by the tie line with sine of angle delta 1 minus delta 2, from which you can understand that delta P12 is defined as T12 into delta delta 1 minus delta delta 2. So it is expressed as 2 pi T12 into delta delta. And here you know very well that omega is equal to d delta pi dt, that is equal to 2 pi f. So therefore delta is expressed in terms of frequency delta 2 pi integral of delta f dt, and this is nothing but delta 1 equal to 2 pi delta f1 and delta 2 equal to 2 pi delta f2. So from which you can understand 2 pi t12 delta integral delta f1 minus integral delta f2. So it can be expressed as 2 pi t12 by s into delta f1 minus delta f2. So therefore it is expressed as area 1, area 2. So in which area 1 we have power system or generator load model Kp1 over 1 plus S Tp1, and turbine model speed governing system. This is delta F, delta F1 is passed through 1 by R1 at the summer, and one more signal delta F. In fact, you need to derive one more constant, that is area frequency error beta 1. We'll see that. We'll see now, which is beta is passed through integral control and given to the that is slow acting second loop. Okay, so this is the second area. Area 2 will have generator load model Kp2 by 1 plus S Tp2, generator load model of second area, turbine model and governor model. So 1 by R2 is the droop of second area, minus Ki2 by S is the integral control of the second area. Beta 2 is the area control error of second area. Delta P reference, here delta P reference is 1 is for area 1, delta P reference 2 is for area 2. For area 2. Not visible. Okay. Now let us go for continuation to area control. Area control error for area 1. Previously, multi-area to two-area system, one area is used to control the frequency of both areas alone. Second area is used to control the tie line power or active power supplied to the other areas. In modern days, they have developed that all the areas must contribute towards the frequency, to reduce the frequency error as well as tie line power. Therefore, so in each area control error can be obtained partially to compensate the tie line power and partially to compensate the frequency droop. So therefore, ACE area control error must contribute towards the tie line power delta P12 plus beta 1 into delta F. Beta 1 into delta F, where beta 1 is equal to, already you have derived in the previous classes, 1 by R1 plus D1 or B1. You can use any term. And ACE2 equal to delta P21 plus beta 2 into delta F, where beta 2 is 1 by R2 plus D2. D2 or B2, you can use any one. This is the area control error of second area. Now delta F is the change in frequency or delta omega 1 or delta omega 2. The change in speed of generator 1 and 2 is expressed in terms of delta PD minus delta PD over sum of the area control errors ACE1 plus ACE2. Or you can have beta 1 plus beta 2. Precise, you can have beta 1 plus beta 2 minus delta PD over beta 1 plus beta 2. This is the change in frequency. This is the change in frequency in two area. So here, suppose delta PD1 is the change in load in the first area. This is the delta PD1, change in load. Provided delta PD2 is same, change in power demand in area 1. So therefore, area 1, you write the equations of area 1. Delta PM1 is the prime mover input minus delta P12 is the tie line power, negative sign, you can see negative sign, minus delta PD1, here also negative sign, minus PD1 equal to change in frequency into D1. Change in frequency into D1. Similarly, in area 2, delta PM2 is the prime mover input plus delta P12 plus delta P12. So here positive sign for delta P12 is equal to where delta PD2 is same. There is no change. So that is equal to D2. This is the equation for second area. So mechanical power depends on droop or regulation. Delta PM1 equal to minus delta F by R1. And delta PM2 equal to minus delta F by R2. R1 and R2 are the droops of area 1 and 2 respectively. Area 1 and 2 respectively. Now let us find out delta P12. Delta P12 is the tie line power, the change in tie line power, that is equal to delta F change in frequency into area frequency error, beta 2, where beta 1 and beta 2 are composite frequency response characteristics of area 1 and 2 respectively. Area frequency errors. Now, therefore, delta P12 equal to, so let us substitute delta F. Delta F is equal to minus delta PD1 by beta 1 plus beta 2. Already you expressed the same equation the previously. So let us use it. You'll get delta P12 equal to, after substituting, minus PD1 beta 2 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. This is the change in tie line power. Change in tie line power. Okay. Similarly, let us consider the load variation in area 2. Load variation in area 2. So that is delta F equal to minus delta PD2, the change in load in second area, delta PD2, where delta PD1 is kept constant. Delta PD2 over sum of the area control errors, beta 1 plus beta 2. Beta 1 plus beta 2. Therefore, delta P12 equal to minus delta P21, which is equal to, so let us substitute this expression delta F into beta 1. So therefore, you can substitute delta PD2 into beta 1 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. You are computing delta P21. This is due to load variation in the second area. To this you can understand. Here delta P12, when the load variation is on the first area. Here delta P12, when the load variation on the second area. When both the areas will have changes, delta PD1, delta PD2. Then there is a change in delta P12. Change in delta P12. So similarly, you need to find out that. For that, let us extend our discussion to pool operation. Pool means power pool. Power pool means number of areas are connected together to form a single grid. Already discussed in the beginning. That is Wittenville as well as. So our nation is separated into 5 grids. 5 grids. Now people are interested to make it as a single grid. As a single grid. So therefore, if you make it a single grid, it is nothing but a big power pool. Many areas are connected to form a power pool. Power pool. Okay. In normal operation, each area will absorb its own load. Delta PD1 is the load on area 1, delta PD2, load on area 2, and so on, delta PDN. N number of areas are connected together. Now let us consider two area system in which area 1 and area 2 are separated and connected together with the help of tie line. ACE1, let us previously the pool operation in olden days, the first area is responsible for frequency mitigation or frequency reduction or frequency control. Second area ACE2 is responsible for tie line power delta P21. And these ACEs, area control errors, are fed through the integral controllers to the respective speed changes. Second control loop, that is slow acting loop. This is pool operation and control strategy without bias control, without tie line bias control. So what is the advantage of this pool operation? So in the pool operation, you can very easily understand that in a power pool, so 1000 gigawatts is the capacity of the pool. Previously, in a single control area, only 100 megawatts is the load in isolated system. Isolated area. Okay. Whereas 100 gigawatts is for pool operation. This is for pool operation, right? Suppose 50 megawatts variation in both the areas. So the change in power is 50 megawatts for both the conditions. Can you tell me, one of you, what is the change in frequency in first case and what is the frequency change in second case? Group generators are 4% in all the cases. In all the cases. R is equal to 4% in all the generators. Can you estimate the change in frequency in first case as well as in the second case? You can open your notebooks and please tell me. At least in the first case, you can tell me very easily. What is the change in frequency in the first case? Manoj, Parveen, Ravindra Babu, Ram Naik,
సార్
Shashank. ఫస్ట్ కేసులో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ వేరియేషన్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 50 megawatts లోడ్. Total capacity is 100 megawatts. Droop is 4%. Droop in the sense you can write here Teja. So when you have the droop, let us have this is 4%. Yeah, 4%. For full load, it is 4% for full load. This is 100%. 100% load. Droop is 4%. Shivani, Sonali, Teja, Yashwant. For example, let us look at this is PSR Murthy. Here, let us consider this problem. Let us study this problem. So look at this problem. A 100 MVA synchronous generator operates at 3000 RPM, 50 Hz. The initial values. You can open your notebook. We'll stop. A 25 megawatts load is suddenly applied to the machine, and the steam valve to the turbine opens after 0.5 seconds. Opens after 0.5 seconds. Due to time lag in the generator. Due to time lag in generator action. Now, calculate the frequency. Before the steam flow commences to increase, to meet the new load. And the value of stored energy for the machine is 5 kilowatt second per kVA. 5 kilowatt second per kVA. That is the question. 100 MVA, suppose, let us take this question. Take this question. Now this is the full load capacity. Full load capacity is 100 MVA. Okay. So this is the rated speed and corresponding frequency. Rated speed and frequency are 3000 RPM and 50 Hz. Okay. Now this is delta PD. Delta PD is 25 megawatts. Okay, delta T is 0.5 seconds. Delta T is 0.5 seconds. And constant H is equal to 5. Constant H is equal to 5. Now let us solve the problem. Stored energy is 5 kilowatt per kVA. Per kVA. For 100 MVA, it is 500. For 100 MVA, it is 500. So change in load delta PD 25 megawatts. Energy required to supply this load is 25 megawatt second. Now let us solve this problem. Frequency at 500 megawatts. 500 megawatts is 50 hertz, isn't it? Frequency at 500 megawatts per 100 MVA, 50 hertz. So change in frequency delta F. Change in frequency delta F. Now delta F is defined as frequency 50 into 25 megawatts is the load into time constant is 0.5. Time constant is 0.5 divided by 500 divided by the rating is 500. 5 into 100 megawatts. 5 into 100. 100 kVA is given value. Isn't it? 100 MVA is given value. Therefore, 100 MVA into 5. Here the rating is 500. Here megawatt second. 500. Now by calculating this value, 50 into 25 into 0.5. 50 is the frequency. 25 is the change in load. The time constant is 0.5 divided by the rating 500 for this particular case. So the change in frequency is 1.25 Hz. If the load variation is 500, delta PD is 500, the change in frequency is 50. If variation is only 25, 25 divided by that value into time constant. So this is 0.5. Therefore, the change in frequency is only limited to 1.25 Hz. That too, what is the percentage? 25 by 500. 1 by 20 into 100. 5%. For 5% variation, if the load variation is only 25, so you'll get delta F is 1.25 Hz. So therefore, it is frequency variation is rated frequency minus change in frequency, F minus delta F. That is 48.75 Hz. This is one example. H constant is very simple. So here kilowatt, and we can treat it as MVA megawatt. So you both will cancel and 5 seconds will remain. 5 seconds. 2H is equal to time constant. That is M or TM. T suffix M. Here time constant generally T suffix M equal to, so 2 into H in seconds, measured in seconds. This is the time required to start the machine from standstill position to rated speed, which is also known as mechanical time constant. If anybody want to understand it in detail, you can refer Power System Stability and Control Kundur, Prabha Kundur. This is the time constant. Therefore, H is also expressed in seconds. So you got 5 seconds. This is also known as machine constant M, which is used in swing equation. That is the time constant of the machine. Therefore, this is the H constant, is 5 seconds. This is one example. So let us understand one more problem. Next question is, determine the area frequency response characteristic A for C and the static frequency error for a system with the following data. For a system with the following data. When 1% load change occurs. When 1% load change occurs. The data is given as D is equal to damping equal to 0.01 pu megawatt per Hz. Per unit megawatt per Hz. Dou PD by dou F. dou PD by dou F. Droop R is equal to 2.5 heads per unit megawatt. 2.5 heads per unit megawatt. You can express actual megawatt or per unit megawatt. Now let us express per unit megawatt. Power system time constant TP equal to 16 seconds. 16 seconds. In fact, it is 2H. Kp is 100 heads per unit megawatt. These are the given parameters. Now let us find out area frequency response characteristic. Area frequency response characteristic. Beta equal to D plus 1 by R. D plus 1 by R. Damping plus 1 by droop. Damping is 0.01 plus 1 by 2.5. That is equal to 0.41 megawatts per hertz. 0.41 megawatts per hertz. Megawatts per hertz. Now delta F is equal to so here 0.01 is the per unit megawatt. Actual value 2.5. Actual value is 2.5 per unit megawatt. In simply you can write 0.01 into 2.5, 0.025 hertz. So you no need to calculate the entire thing. Very simply you can write 2.5 into 0.01. 0.025 hertz. Okay. Similarly, now you can calculate here 50 megawatts is the variation, 100 megawatts is the total load, and 4% is the, you get approximately 4 into 50 by 100. 1 by 2, 2% variation. Variation in the sense 50 hertz is the actual frequency, 2% in the sense variation is, so what is the value? You can write 100%, 100% per 100 megawatts. 100 megawatts. Okay. No. 100% load. 50 megawatts means 50% load. 50% load 50 megawatts. Therefore, the variation in the frequency, so for this, it is 4%. For this, it is 2%. 4%, 2%. 2% in the sense, in 50 hertz, 2%, 0.02 into 50. 0.02 into 50. That is equal to 1 hertz. Is equal to 1 hertz. 1 hertz. 50 minus 1, 49 hertz. For the first case. Whereas in the pool operation, many of the generating plants are connected and the areas are connected together. 50%, this is, what is the percentage? 50 divided by 100 gigawatts. 50 megawatts by 100 gigawatts. Therefore, approximately it is zero variation. There is no change in frequency. Therefore, we are going for the full operation. Okay, today I will stop here. The next class after Pongal, we will discuss next part of our course. I hope everybody understood. If you don't understand,